Welcome students. In the last video lectures we were discuss about the second chapter of the our physical and analytical chemistry, that is the chapter number 2, ideal and real solutions. And before going to discuss the criteria of ideal and real solutions, we have covered the basics and introductory part of the solutions in the last video. So in the introductory part we were discussed there are 9 types of solutions exist in the universe, and one by one we have seen all the types of solutions by using example. I was explain all these things. So it is very important to know the definitions of solutions and types of solutions. Okay, so dear students, today I am going to discuss the next point of our syllabus, that is Raoult's law. This is the name of scientist. You have to write the spelling of the Raoult's like that, Raoults, Raoult's law. And vapor pressures, vapor pressure of ideal solutions, This is the next point of our syllabus, that is the Raoult's law and vapor pressure of the ideal solutions. So dear students, as we know there are 9 types of solutions exist in the universe. In that case, the solutions of liquids in liquids, if suppose both solutes and solvents are both are in liquid states, then what will happen when you are using the solutions of liquids in liquids? That means the solute is in liquid form, and another solvent, another component of the solution is what? Solvent is also exist in the liquid form. And when you are discussing the solutions of liquids and liquids, at that time your word may be used like that, miscible. If suppose the solute is in liquid form, solvent is in liquid form, both are mixed to each other, then I will use the word miscibles. When they are immiscible, that means when I mix the one liquid to another liquid, that means solute and solvent both are in liquid state and they are not completely mixed to each other, then I will use what? Immiscible word. Suppose for example alcohols, that means I am using here methanol plus water molecules. This methanol is completely soluble in water. That means there are no 2 layers absorbed. There are 2 like that. There are no 2 layers are observed in the beaker. When I mix methanol into water molecules, only one layer or only one phase I will observe in the beakers. Okay, so for this I am using oil plus water molecules. I will clearly observe 2 layers in the beaker. This is the water layer, this is the oil layer. So this is the immiscible solutions and this is the miscible solutions. When you have to use this miscible in immiscible words, when both solute and solvent are in liquid form. Here the solute is also liquid form, then solvent is also in liquid form. At that time they are completely mixed to each other, then I will use the miscible word. When they are not completely mixed to each other, or they are they are not mixed to each other, then I will use the word immiscibles. Okay, so this things is related to what? Solutions of liquids and liquids, and the scientist's name is Raoult's. He used or he was studied the solutions of liquids and liquids, and by using their study he gave us a law related to the solutions of liquids and liquids. Before going to discuss the statement of the Raoult's law, what is the statement of Raoult's law and all these things, we have to know the vapor pressure of the ideal solutions. The word vapor pressure means what? Vapor pressure. The word vapor pressure is very important in the Raoult's law. Vapor pressure is what? The pressure, I am writing like that, the pressure exerted by the vapors on the surface of liquid or solution. That pressures we can say this is the vapor pressure. If suppose I am taking the water molecule in this beakers, and this water molecule I will say this is the water molecule, and water molecule exists in the vapor state as well as in the liquid state. So this is the vapors of the water molecules, and these vapors of the water molecules exerted pressure on the surface of this liquid water, and then at that type of pressures I can say this is the vapor pressure of water molecules on the surface of what? Liquid water molecules. Okay, so this is the vapor pressures. Okay, so this Raoult's law is completely, or Raoult's law is totally depends on the what? Volatile liquids. So what is the meaning of volatile liquids? We have to know the volatile liquids, or we have to know what is meant by volatile liquids and what are the definitions of volatile liquids, or which are the volatile liquids. Volatile liquids means you have seen the petrol. Petrol is also volatile liquid, because at room temperatures, at room temperature this petrol gets converted in liquid form to vapor form. This is completely volatile liquid. Diesel is also what? Diesel is also volatile liquids. These are the example of volatile liquids. Volatile liquids means what? At room temperature, when I open the lid of the bottles or any container, at that time what will happen? The vapor slowly gets converted into vapor state, and at the end of the, if suppose I am just keep this petrol in the beaker for a long time, what will happen? This petrol gets converted completely into vapor state, and I will not get in the liquid state when I keep this petrol container for a long time. These two are best example of the volatile liquid. Volatile liquids means what? At room temperature, what will happen? This liquid waters, so this liquid petrol and liquid diesel gets converted into what? Vapor form. That type of liquids we can say these are the volatile liquids. So these are the volatile liquids. Another is chloroform. Chloroform also you have to you will see when you are come to the laboratory, you will see this chloroform is also volatile liquid. Chloroform. Another alcohols, that means the methanol, ethanol is also volatile liquid. So this law is directly related to the what? This Raoult's law is related to volatile liquid. This law is related to the what? Volatile liquids. Both solute and solvents are in liquid form, and this vapor pressure is very important for the when we are dealing with the statement of the Raoult's law. Okay, so on the basis of Raoult's law, we can say this is the ideal solutions and this is the real solutions. On the basis of on the basis of this law statement, we can say these are the ideal solutions, these are the non-ideal, or we can say these are the ideal solutions. When I mix the petrol and diesel, what is this? Is this ideal or not? When I mix chloroform into ethanol, so these solutions is ideal or not, I can predict by using the Raoult's law statement. So I am going to do next, that is the statement of the what is the statement of the Raoult's law, and this statement is very important for the exam point of view and for the future point of view. The statement, simple statement is here. Statement of Raoult's law is that the partial vapor pressure, you have to write all these things in your notebook. Partial vapor pressure of any volatile, the word meaning of the volatile I have already discussed to you. Volatile constituents, component I am using here, component, chemical component I can say also, I can say also like that, component of a solution is equal to vapor pressure of pure component. These things are very important for the exam point of view, so you have to write in your notebook. Pure components multiplied by the mole fractions of that component in the solution. This is the simple and very easy statement of the Raoult's law. First things you have to remember, this Raoult's law is related to the solutions of liquids and liquids. These are the very important things. This Raoult's law depends on the vapor pressure of volatile component. That means this Raoult's law is totally depends on the what? Volatile components. So the definitions of the statement of the Raoult's law is what? The partial vapor pressure of any volatile component of a solution is equal to the vapor pressure of pure component multiplied by mole fractions of that component in the form of solutions. This is the statement of the Raoult's law. We can say this Raoult's law statement is very I can say this is statement is not easy to remember me. That's why I want to do this statement in mathematical form. So when I am considering if PA is the partial vapor pressure, if PA is the partial vapor, I am just writing in short VP, that means the vapor pressure of liquid A. Here are all these things is related to what? Volatile component, and both are in solutions form. So first one is liquid A. Any liquids I am considering here is any liquid is here. Suppose PB is equal to partial vapor pressure of liquid B. Both A and B are in liquid form and mixed to each other. Both are both of these liquid. Both are the liquid. A and B are mixed to each other. That means they miscible to each other. So partial vapor pressure of liquid A is denoted by partial vapor pressure of A, PB. Okay, I am denoting this partial vapor pressure of liquid A, partial vapor pressure of B. Now I want in the mathematical form the mole fraction term, and mole fraction is denoted by Na. So mole fraction of liquid A. Mole fractions of liquid A is denoted by capital Na. Similar way I can denote the mole fractions of liquid B. This is the mole fractions of liquid B. Similar way, I am using their vapor pressure of pure component. These things I also required for the mathematical expression. So I can write like that: P naught A. So this is the vapor pressure Vp of pure liquid A. Vp of pure liquid A. Now next thing, P naught B is the vapor pressure of pure liquid B. I am considering for the statement, by according to the statement, partial vapor pressure of any volatile component, that may be liquid A and liquid B mixed to each other, and this partial vapor pressure of any volatile component is depend on the what? Vapor pressure of pure component and mole fractions of that component in the form of solutions. So according to the Raoult's law, I am considering all these things required to the mathematical expression of the statements. So I am considering all these things. Now then according to Raoult's law, by using the statement of law, partial vapor pressure of A, I am using partial vapor pressure of A component is equal to vapor pressure of pure component, that is the A component. So I am writing P naught A multiplied by what? Mole fractions of A, mole fractions of Na, mole fractions of Na. I will give the equation number first. I will give this equation number first. By according to Raoult's law, the statement is what? Partial vapor pressure of component A, volatile component A, is equal to the vapor pressure of pure component multiplied by what? Mole fractions of component A in the form of solutions. Okay, so this is the things. So here is the two vapor pressure terms are involved in these equations. First is partial vapor pressure of A component and vapor pressure of pure components. So these are the two things, and these two things are very important to know the what are the partial vapor pressure and what are the. When I will take the two solutions, I am considering liquid A and liquid B. Both are in liquid form. So this is the solutions of liquid A and B. And sorry, I am taking this 2 because this is the pure form B, this is the pure form A. I wanted to make a solutions of both A and B. Both are in liquid state, both are volatiles. Both A liquids and B liquids are what? Is volatiles. So when here is the some in the pure state of the pure A component, liquid A has a specific what? Vapor pressures. This pure A component has a specific pure what? Vapor pressures. This B also have a pure vapor pressure in the form of this also have a vapor pressure in the pure form. So this is the what? P naught B, and this is what? P naught A. In the pure state of liquid A has a what? Specific what? Vapor pressure. This B also has a specific what? Vapor pressures, and that vapor pressure we are indicated in these equations like that: P naught B and P naught A. This is the pure form. These are the pure form. When I add B and when I add A, what will happen? The solutions of A and solutions of B, and in these solutions the partial vapor pressure of A is indicated by A, because both the both A liquid and B liquid, here what will happen, the mix to each other, and after mixing the partial vapor pressure of A and partial vapor pressure of B is equal to what we can say, this is the vapor pressure of the solutions, is equal to what, vapor pressure of these solutions. This is the pure form, this is the pure form. When I mix to each other into a beaker, what will happen, the partial vapor pressure of A in the solutions form and partial vapor pressure of B in the form of solutions is equal to the what, total vapor pressure of the solution. So this is related to what, vapor pressure or partial vapor pressure in the form of solutions. Here this PA is what, this is in what, here in the form of mixture, and this is the pure form, this is a pure form. Okay, so these are the things. And similarly we can write like that, partial vapor pressure of B is equal to the P naught B plus NB. Similar way I can write for a PB, that means the partial vapor pressure of liquid B and vapor pressure of pure component B is multiplied by mole fractions of component B. Mole fractions of component B. Now, but the total vapor pressure of solutions, you have to write in your notebook. All these things is very important for the exam point of view, so make a notes. So the total vapor pressure of solution is given by equation, is given by, we can write like that, total vapor pressure of the solution is equal to the partial vapor pressure of A component, partial vapor pressure of B component. Here P is what, total vapor pressure of this solution, total vapor pressure of the solutions of the partial vapor pressure of B and E, here is there. So I am writing like that, equation number second, equation number third, equation number second and equation number third. Now come to the next point. I am wrapping all these things. I hope you have write in your notebook. If you are not, then go backward and write down all these things in your notebook. Very important for the exam point of view, so you have to write all these things. But so by using these equations, I can write like that, PA is equal to P, partial vapor pressure of A is what, vapor pressure of A into B plus vapor pressure of pure component B into partial vapor pressure of B. Here is A and here is B. Okay, this is the conditions. By using these conditions, I can write this equation number fourth, equation number first, second, third and fourth. This is the equation number fourth. But when NA is equal to NB is equal to NA plus NB is equal to 1, when number of mole fractions of A and mole fractions of B is constant, mole fractions of A and mole fractions of B is constant. Constant means what, that liquid A and liquid B are mixed to each other completely, and only a single phase you will observe in the beaker. There are two no layers, that solutions we can say ideal solutions, the activity of this solution is 1. At that time what will happen, this Na plus Nb is equal to 1. At that time what will happen, how can write like that, Na is equal to 1 minus Nb, or I can also write like that only for Nb is equal to 1 minus 1 minus Na. So the substitute the only I am considering this, I am taking only these things. So by substituting the value of Na in equation number 4th, so I am writing like this: substitute the value of Na in equation 4th. We get what we get? P is equal to P naught A is like that, P naught A multiply by into bracket 1 minus NB, 1 minus NB plus P naught B into NB. I am not taking these things, only one things I am taking here, only mole fractions of A is I am taking here. So this equations comes to like that. Simply multiply this, solve this bracket. So I can, when I solve this bracket, I will get P naught A minus NB P naught A plus NB and P naught B. When I simply multiply this P naught A to this bracket, I will get this answer. So after that, take a common terms of this equations, P naught A minus P naught B, P naught E minus, just a minute, P naught B, P naught B minus P naught A, NB as it is plus P naught A, these equations I will get. And if suppose, I think all of these things you have to write in your notebook, or if you are not writing, then you have to write in your notebook by simply going to backward, and after going backward you will write. Okay, these things I will get these equations. After these equations, similar way I can write similarly here. Similarly, I can write P is equal to PA minus PB, here is PB, NB plus P naught B. When I substitute into this equation value of NB, I will get these equations. Similar way, I will get this equation. Both equations are same. This is for A liquid, this is for B liquid. Okay, so simply when I substitute the value of Na in this equation, I will get this answer, and if I substitute the value of NB into these equations, I will get this answer. The equations are same. Both equations are same. This is for pure liquid A and this is for pure liquid B. Okay, but for pure liquids, the vapor pressure of A and vapor pressure of B liquid are constant. When both liquids A and B are in pure form, at that time what will happen? The PA and PB are constant. P naught A and P naught B are constants. So I can write like that: P naught B minus P naught A, P naught B minus P naught A is equal to P naught A minus P naught B is equal to K. I am using the symbol K for a constant. So what will happen? simply I will get P is equal to KNB plus P naught A. This is the equation number what? Fifth. This is the equation number fifth. Or simply for a B components I can write like that, P is equal to K. Here is NA. Here is NA plus P naught B. This is for P component. By using these equations, by substituting the value of NA, I will get the answer like that, and at the end of I will get the answer. This is the final equations, and when I use the value of NB and substitute the value of NB into equation number 4, I will get the equation this, and after that I will get final equation is like that. This is the forward PB. So I will give the equation number, this is 6th. Now when I wanted to graphical represent, this is the mathematicals. Simply we have studied the statement of the Raoult's law. After that we have to substitute the value of all this in considering the considering the value of A, B, liquids, all these things, and I will get the final answer like that, and final equation like that. This equation is very important. So this is the mathematical equations. Simply we are getting the statement of that is the theoretically. After theoretically we are getting the equation in the form of mathematical equations. Now I want this statement in what graphical form, in the form of graphicals, and at the graphical time I am considering this equation is similar to y is equal to mx plus c. This equation also is like similar way to y is equal to mx plus c. So here is y is what? Pressure is on y axis. This m is what? And on the x axis there is mole fractions on the x axis, and this P is what? Intercept and what? Slope of the partial vapor pressure. This is the slope. C is what? Slope, and this is the intercept. Okay. So this equation is similar to y is equal to mx plus c. This equation is also similar to y is equal to mx plus c. And at the beginning of this statement, before these statements, we have to discuss the Raoult's law is like that. What? Partial vapor pressure of a component is equal to what? Mole fractions of Na into vapor pressure of pure component. This is the one equations. At the beginning of when we are dealing with the mathematical equations, this is related to the A component, and this is related to the B components. Both this equation is like to y is equal to mx. Both these equations are like to what? Similar to y is equal to mx. On the y axis I will get partial vapor pressure of A component in solutions, and x is what? M is what? Intercept, and P is what? On the x axis. That means the partial vapor pressure of pure component is on the x axis. Both these equations are straight line equations, are similar to straight line equations. So when I go through what? Graphical form, and I will get the simple graph, and from this graph I can say this is the Raoult's law, and this is the what? Vapor pressure of the, or this is the partial vapor pressure of the. I am writing both the components because I am using two component systems. I am using two component systems. Here I am taking Na is equal to 1 mole fractions. Here when I changing the pressure, what will happen? The mole fractions of A is 0. Here mole fractions of B is equal to 0 and the mole fractions of B is equal to 1. Okay. So when I draw the graphical representations of the Raoult's law like that, I will get the final answer. This is the partial vapor pressure of A graph is, I can write like that, mole fractions of A into mole partial vapor pressure of pure component A. This curve indicates the partial vapor pressure of A is equal to the mole fractions of A component multiplied by vapor pressure of pure component A. This curve indicates what? This curve indicates partial vapor pressure of A, partial vapor pressure of B component is equal to mole fractions of B multiplied by vapor pressure of pure B. This curves indicate partial vapor pressure of B. This is Raoult's law. This is from Raoult's law. This is from Raoult's law. If suppose I wanted to total pressures, then total pressure in this is the P is equal to what? Partial vapor pressure of A and partial vapor pressure of B. This curves indicate this is the, and at this intercept what is here? At this intercept partial vapor pressure of vapor pressure of pure B component and vapor pressure of A component. Here is the vapor pressure, I can write like that, pressure of the solutions, and here is the mole fractions on the x-axis. What is mole fractions? So this is the simple graphical representations of the Raoult's law, and by using Raoult's law we can say both the liquids are in volatile form, and and which is after that, because this Raoult's law is very important to predict these are the ideal solutions or non-ideal solutions, all these things. And so we have to know the partial vapor pressure and statement of the Raoult's law, and after that we will predict how can predict the ideal and non-ideal solutions. So simple statement is like that. The ideal solution is that solutions you have to obey Raoult's law. Those solutions Raoult's law says ideal solutions are that solutions, those solutions obeys this Raoult's law. Both the solutions are ideal, and that solution first criteria is given by Raoult's law, and that Raoult's law, if suppose solutions is obeying this Raoult's law, that solutions we can say this is the ideal solutions. And all these criteria I will explain all these criteria of ideal and real solutions in the next video lecture. But you have to know the Raoult's law and vapor pressure of ideal solutions, and the statement of Raoult's law, and this graphical representation of the Raoult's law. This Raoult's law is related to the liquid and liquid. That means both the solutes and solvents are exist in the what? Liquid state. And for these solutions, for this liquid solutions, you have to say this is the ideal or this is the non-ideal by using this statement or by using this law. Okay, so in this video I will cover the Raoult's law statements, mathematical expressions, and graphical representation of the Raoult's law, and ideal solutions obeys the Raoult's law statements. Okay, so I hope all of these things you may have understand, and if you have any query related to the Raoult's law or the solutions also are ideals and non-ideal solutions, or we can say this is the real solutions. So if you have any query related to these chapters or any other top points related to the physical chemistry, you can contact me. Thank you very much.